Hello, 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 my friends. I miss you guys already. And to kick off our virtual class today, we're going to create our own scarecrows. This is just going to be a fun I draw, you draw video. So to start our scarecrows, we're going to create our scarecrow's hat. So what I want to do is create almost a half circle, but notice that my circle's a little flatter at the top. So I'm going to curve that line across, and then I'm going to create the lines that kind of indicate the brim of the hat, the outer part of the hat. So then I'm going to come up across that way. To do the underside of the hat on this side, we're going to curve in that way. So what we're going to do for our scarecrow's head is create the other half of the circle. So I'm going to imagine that his head fit inside of this hat. I don't want to do my circle way out here because it wouldn't fit inside of there. So I want to be inside that hat as I scoop down and around and back up. So make sure that that circle would actually fit inside that hat. If your line going this way didn't connect, you can go ahead and finish that line that way. At the bottom of our scarecrow's head is going to be the part of the bag that's underneath the tie. So I'm going to come out on both sides, and then I'm going to create kind of a bumpy, wavy line, like that's the part that's been left over after the rope tied it tight. And to create that effect, we're going to kind of create some lines in there. All right, now for our face, you can create a button or stitching, however you want to do it. You can actually do a couple of different things, something fun, and then something fun for the mouth is usually stitching marks to kind of make like a smiley face. Okay, and then for my arms, my scarecrow's arms are going to go straight out to the sides. So you can create that line going straight out. And then I'm going to create the part of the arm that's coming down. And then I'm going to bring it back in, almost like a T. So this is the top part of my T. It's like a shorter rectangle on either side attaching to a bigger rectangle over here. Okay. Then I'm going to create my scarecrow's legs. I'm going to pull my picture up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing with the bottom part of my picture. Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm going to draw my legs coming down and almost stopping like an oval. So you see that loop coming down and around. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, coming down, looping around. And just like when we did the bag for the head, we're going to create the same effect on both legs. Almost like these have been cinched tight with a rope. And we're going to have this baggy, wavy line underneath of it, just like that. Okay, so what happens when your scarecrow's been there a while is you have pieces of straw kind of coming out. I'm going to actually create a little bit of a space. So I'm going to create little pieces of straw. Some of them can be shorter and they can kind of be sporadic. Don't feel like you have to put them all in the same spot. Kind of makes it fun to have them sticking out all over the place. And I'm going to do that for both the bottom and the top. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the hands before adding my gloves, only I just want a few smaller pieces. I don't want them to be too much in the way of what I'm doing for my hands. So for the hands, we're going to say that they put a glove on their hands. And to do that, it's almost like a circle here with a little oval on the top. So if you need to draw it with your pencil, do a circle and then your curve up here. Or if you want to do it like I did, you can draw your thumb like a J. And this one would be kind of like a backwards J. And then I'm going to make a big C. And I'm just going to extend that into there. So either way works just fine. I'm going to add some pieces of straw to his shirt down here too, just for fun. Okay, now you can have fun coloring in your scarecrow as much as you want. Add different details. Oops, I almost forgot one thing. What's the important part about a scarecrow is they are tied to a piece of wood. So we want to show that piece of wood coming through behind our scarecrow over here on both sides. And then we're going to make sure that that wood is shown right here as well. And when you're doing your earth, go ahead and add some grass if you want for extra details down here. Okay, I'm going to pause my video and then you guys can see the finished result after I color him in.